Over the years there have been many Pokemon candidates to be Ash's best companion. Pokemon like Charizard and Bulbasaur made several returns due to their fame achieved during the first season. Others like Bayleaf and Infernape became beloved thanks to their origin stories and their relationship with Ash. But if there's one that never left and is irreplaceable, it's Pikachu. The yellow rat has been with the protagonist since the beginning, making it the Pokemon that appears the most throughout the entire anime. But while it is the face of the franchise today, I bring you one of the few moments in which its prominence is overshadowed by another Pokemon. So I'd like to ask you to leave a like and subscribe to support the content. Now, let's get to the video. Ash and his friends are running late to the Rowan Research Institute, a place located on Mount Coronet where the Pokemon Academy is being held. Upon arrival they meet Professor Rowan, an old man whose Pokemon we stole in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl games. But he's so nice he lets us keep one as our starter. He welcomes them to his Pokemon Academy, also thanking them for accepting his invitation. Then, Yuzo, one of Professor Rowan's assistants, tells them that the teams they'll be participating in are ready: the blue team where Conway is, the green team where Jesselina is, and the red team where they are. Meanwhile, James and Meowth are undercover as janitors at the school, being Jesselina's emotional support during this episode. So after a long yap from the professor which doesn't interest us at all, the Pokemon Academy begins. Rowan suggests that everyone hold a Pokemon battle so they can meet their new classmates and their Pokemon. But before starting they are given Pokeballs, which contain random Pokemon that they will have to take care of throughout their stay. But what our protagonist was about to take as a girl named Angie chooses it, so they have a discussion to see who gets to keep it. During the episodes that take place at the Pokemon Academy, Angie plays the role of the strong-willed girl who falls in love with our protagonist. After managing to keep the Pokeball, Angie decides to challenge Ash. But the professor stops them and tells them that the task of the day is to make friends with their new classmates, and that the battle will take place the next day. So after this, Angie takes out her Pokemon, which turns out to be a Monferno, who doesn't look very happy and seems to reject the girl. After having lost the opportunity to have two monkeys, Ash takes out a Pokemon which is a Raichu, being also a repeated Pokemon since he already has his yellow rat. But unlike this one, the Raichu seems to be very shy and hides underground. So now it's Dawn's turn, who gets a much worse Pokemon, since a Grimer comes out of the Pokeball which is rejected by the other trainers. But she accepts it and tells it that it is very cute, which makes Grimer very happy to the point of hugging her, causing Piplup to get trapped in its body and leaving me worried because I don't know if the penguin will be able to overcome this trauma. Meanwhile, Brock gets a Magnemite, Jesselina gets a Smoochum, and Conway a Venonat. But we can also see other trainers' Pokemon where a poor kid is getting his face washed, until Angie's Monferno starts running and attacks the kid's Croconaw. But Pikachu gets in the way and takes the damage from the attack. So it gets angry and attacks both Pokemon, causing Angie to take her Shinx out of the Pokeball to attack Pikachu. This causes Ash to also counterattack until Professor Rowan gets angry and stops them, clarifying that they can't use their own Pokemon and ending the first hour of the day. In the next class they have to interact with the new Pokemon they were given. But while everyone is having a good time, Angie has trouble again with her Monferno. It still refuses to listen to her and won't stay still, jumping all over the class and fighting with other Pokemon, until it attacks our protagonist again and the two trainers argue again, resulting in them receiving a punishment and having to exercise. But then they both get hungry, so they go with the other trainers, where everyone is eating a delicious meal prepared by James and Meowth. During the rest of the day they have fun playing games, eating lunch with the Pokemon, and ending with Ash and Angie being punished for oversleeping. At night everyone goes to sleep except for the main characters and Angie, who aren't sleepy and decide to play cards. But without their permission, Conway enters the room and wants to play with Dawn, although she decides to reject him and throws him out. While they play, Angie explains that she hasn't started a Pokemon journey yet because she was working at a Pokemon daycare and didn't have time to travel. She also says that her dream is to one day have her own Pokemon daycare. But suddenly Yuzo comes in and yells at them, telling them to go to sleep. The next day Ash and Angie have a tough training session with Raichu and Monferno respectively. So after strengthening their friendship with the new Pokemon, it's time for some battles, in which Brock defeats Jesselina, Dawn defeats Conway, and our protagonist faces Angie. After a long battle in which both demonstrate the full potential of their new companions, time runs out and the confrontation is over. The result is a draw, and they are congratulated by Professor Rowan and his assistants for having managed to empathize with the new Pokemon. Later, Dawn is chosen as the trainer who got along best with her new Pokemon, which makes her team earn many points. But according to the leaderboards, the red team comes in last place, and Professor Rowan tells them it's because they stayed up late the night before. And the episode ends with our heroes going to eat a grand feast prepared by the costume janitors, thus concluding the story of Ash's Raichu. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment, and subscribe to support the content and help me continue growing.